Got to get the 5 lights. As Steve Oates on pole position for me, apparently, but we're going to get a good camera angle here for you, hopefully. Hopefully we've got the 5 lights. We've got the 5 lights coming on for the final time. There can only be one champion. And the lights are out and we're racing and we're looking at the back, but we're looking at the front now as Craig gets a clean getaway. SBH tucking in behind. Bean's already been put under pressure by the Haas on the run outside there, but he keeps it through turn 1 relatively clearly there as the top 5 have really been well and truly dispersed there as Alfa Romeo runs wide through turn 1 and 2, filters back onto the track. It looks to be Maxwell as Cal Smith is going to try and run outside of Bean into turn 4 into the chicane, and they're touching and they're banging wheels, and Cal Smith on the mediums already making a place on Bean off the start, and Bean's just going to have to play it safe. Yellow flags waving at the back of the field. That looks to be for Maxwell at the back of the field. It looks to be him that went off wide as Lofty is up in P3. He keeps his place. Cal Smith's up 1. Bean's down, but he's got the slipstream trying to hold it round the outside, and they've banged wheels again, and SBH Cal Smith trying to hold it up the inside, but he'll get it on the switchback. Lofty has a bad exit, so Bean's going to try and get Lofty.
Here comes Crafty.
To turn 11, and Crafty as well, making
Crafty.
Gains on Hypers and Colton as well. So Bean already put under pressure here. Hassie's only playing about with Cal Smith. He's already on the rear wing of the Bull. And Bean's already used all his ERS for this lap, so he is really burnt a lot of it just to make sure he keeps his P4. But as it stands, P4's not enough. But it is still very early in the day. We still have 27 laps remaining. Merckx,
oh,
anything that you
crash. Big crash. Oh my word, that's a big crash. That is a massive crash. 3 cars are out.
Oh dear! Oh!
That is a massive crash.
Oh, it's Cal Smith!
That is a massive crash. I don't know what I've just seen. I've just caught the end of that. I think.
Clip that.
I mean, I've just seen Cal Smith's car flip into the air and out of the Grand Prix. Wow. Someone's run into the wall and got caught up with it, and then Hypers is into the wall. Grumpy Orange has got caught up with it, and Cal Smith has gone flipping into the air and out. And that's a full safety car. Wow. That just came out of nowhere. That was, yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much to see from... no, I didn't want to capture a screenshot, so you can't know it.
It's such a strange place to crash as well, like, with such a big incident like that at turn 20. Like...
Yeah, so basically, Hypers has crashed on the exit of turn 19, but he was behind that lot, so I think Cal Smith must have made a mistake through that corner, and Hypers has, well, been unfortunate and got involved. There's a couple of drive-through penalties coming up for Steve-O and Scott. And then, yeah, I mean, I just saw Cal Smith going across the track, and then Grumpy Orange has hit Cal Smith, I think, and sent him into a flip. And because of the sheer impact, Cal Smith was out of the Grand Prix. So yeah, what I think, I didn't see what happened, but what I think happened is Cal Smith made a mistake. Hypers has tried to avoid him and then gone into the wall, which has caused Cal Smith to spin across the track. And then Grumpy Orange has had nowhere to go, so hit the rear of Cal Smith and knocked his wheel off and sent Cal Smith into a flip, which has put him out of the Grand Prix.
Oh, and sorry, Max, Bean's in. Bean's going to take advantage of the safety car early. What is it going to be? I can't see. He keeps getting in for mediums, so definitely committing to the 2-stop. Kind of throwing yourself in the traffic. But it really, Merckx, it really is. I mean, if I'm being honest, this safety car being so early, doesn't it really benefit anybody, really?
No. I don't know if he's being pitted there, to be honest. It's an odd one. He's Goni
Hofty. On you go, sorry.
He's just, I don't know. Well, I mean, Scott will get out of his way quickly because he has a drive-through penalty, so straight after safety car comes in, or as safety car comes in, Scott will be out of his way. as Cal Smith has left the session, unfortunately, and that was a massive crash. Yeah, well, unfortunately we didn't see it, but yeah, I mean, we were focusing on I think we were focusing on the front, I assume.
I couldn't even mind what I was watching.
I don't know. I just saw Cal Smith and Crafty changing positions, and then I go on board with Cal Smith, and he's upside down or flipping through the air. It was like, what is going on here?
I'm hoping either Hypers or Cal Smith have caught it so we can like reflect on it later. But that'll definitely be one to look at in the Discord if somebody's caught a good clear view of that, because I do apologise for not catching it. I was supposed to be watching Lofty, then absolutely nothing. I think he was just driving through the hotel and like he was just kind of tucking him in SBH. But looking like, and that's the thing, right? Like I'm not even going to apologise for it, because this race is just going to be championship dominated. As we see an Alfa Romeo coming in, that is Lofty. Lofty's coming in for the mediums.
Why now?
Lofty!
What's he doing? Has he got damage or something?
I'm gonna
Why
see.
now? You're buying the safety car. You did it like first lap if you're going to pit. But you're on the mediums anyway.
As he go. He's
just putting on the mediums again. I'm not quite sure what he's doing there. He's just going to put himself to the back of the pack. That is weird.
I really am struggling to see that in Lofty, if I'm being truthful. He's not going to lose too much time because he's just going to join the back of the snake, but he's going to lose all the track position to settle in behind Steve-O and Maxwell and a Flying Lemon who are here. Like, but that's the kind of thing as well, like, Bean effectively has put himself right into the traffic, and if he does get a clean sweep through Scott, as you said, drive-through penalty, will be 7 as soon as possible. Can Cowan?
Yeah, someone else has a drive-through
like
penalty as well. I think a flying Lemon has a drive-through penalty. I think both Ferraris have a drive-through penalty. I don't know. Can't remember. I think Gareth sped into the pit lane as well. So
it says Scott and Steve-O have drive-throughs. I done the Cardinal sin and I flicked to the penalty menu so I could see who had the DT.
I mean, I saw Gareth spin into the pit lane as well. That came up, so he'll have to serve 5 seconds when he pits again. Maxwell's gone on to the hards after his. I mean, this safety car has actually helped him out after his first lap spin, so he's back in there. But he's going to be pretty slow, I think, on the hards, so he'll probably be open for another safety car. But safety car is in this lap, Riggs.
Definitely. Safety car, Big Milander's decided it is, well, no him obviously, but he's going to bring the safety car back in, and it's going to be Craig getting us back underway, and it's going to be interesting, Max, to watch and see how Bean navigates through the traffic. I don't know about you and how you feel about the track, but Abu Dhabi and traffic is a thorn on the side, to say the least, especially with these cars and the nature of the circuit as well, so it will really be interesting to see how Bean goes, but I think Craig will I think it really is kind of advantage Craig, if I'm being fair. Like,
I would say so at the moment.
I would say at the moment, but anything can change. Safety car could come out and change it, but Craig is leaning it very late. But there he is, he's away, he's already dropped it, and he's going to go, and back under racing we go. SPH kind of in close.
Oh, someone's off the track. Sprightly, I think, went off the track.
Sprightly. And that's the thing, T-Max. Sprightly up into P5. He can play the team game here for AlphaTauri. He'll know that his championship contending teammate will definitely need all the help that he can get to keep being behind if the time comes.
Maybe even Baby
Bean
Bean can get in the way. Wait and see. Dodgy's lining up a bit on Crafty there at the moment.
And Crafty looks to get a good exit there.
Oh, Bean up the inside of the hairpin. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Bean is already making some light work. Scoped by Scott through the pit lane. Scott had the drive through, and we've got Cowan who's just who's just let Bean go there as well. So Bean really kind of own a charge at this stage. The next driver that we're up against is Dingle Dolphin. Craig already putting at the 1 second gap to SPH, so he is really on it at this stage up at the front. Sprightly keeping in touching distance, keeping dodgy alarms.
Here comes Bean. And, Dolphin has just let him go. So, We know what Dolphin thinks about this championship fight by the looks of that.
And Bean is coming up to Charlie, and I think Bean will be shouting through to the other room and be like, right, you, come on, hit the road. Like, like, Bean will be walking by, and he's not quite close enough just yet, but we'll stick on board. He'll probably get it at least into the first sector somewhere. And there it is there. Speak too soon, Riggs. There it is. Oh, and he's...
that's such a narrow angle, but it's the
really
fastest lap of the Grand Prix.
Oh, and that is crucial for the championship.
All side by side at the final corner, Riggs. Sorry. Colden and Russell going at it. Gareth looks like he's going to have a look. And nothing off from there. Russell is get a bad exit. There's someone off.
Yellows.
And SPH is out.
Oh, it's SPH.
Out turn 3. Like you said, you watch out for turn 3, and there you go.
There he is.
He had a moment on the exit and gone down the barrier.
Oh, and Gareth. Oh, and Gareth. Oh, and it's a VSC this time. It's a VSC. Oh, and next. We're only in lap 6.
Oof,
the heck can only take so much.
I mean, yeah, Greg's obviously got a much bigger gap now with, obviously it was him and separated by, well, over a second, and now SPH has gone, it's a 3-second gap. We go green again, and Cowan's gone off at the chicane.
Oh, and Cowan is, I think you're just going to call it there as well, and Gareth is going to be right on the tail of the McLaren, and he's already turning to the slipstream. Cowan's going to keep it to the left, keep it defensive. Gareth just going to take it round the outside there, later on the brakes, much more confident. Wee bit of lock up on the front left by the bull, and it's a yellow flag. And it's a yellow flag, and it's Dolphin. It's Dolphin on the exit of the triple chicane.
He's almost taken out. Lofty's just pushed. Oh, he spun.
Oh,
spun on the traction.
Someone
else is off. Maxwell's off. He's at the wall somewhere.
Oh, and he nearly came back on. Took his teammate there with him. Oh,
what's going on? Sort yourselves out.
And the understeer on that Alfa Romeo will definitely not be helping, and he's going to have to pit again, and he's going to have to watch the Flying Lemons coming. But yeah, sketchy entry to the pit lane if I'm going to be entirely truthful there, but into the pit lane he goes anyway.
Troubles. We have some news, by the way, from Cal Smith. He said, "Yeah, it just went wrong. I tried catching the oversteer, and the car careered across the track into the wall, and not much he could have done. So yeah, he's obviously spun, and other people drove into him, but Bean is on the back of Sprightly."
That was unusual, because he was very tentative to go by Sprightly there. He kind of sounded like he was lifting off, but I think it's so Sprightly doesn't get a run down here, which Sprightly is gone. Sprightly is going to tuck in with the battery deployed and the DRS flap open, but Bean keeps the place. Sprightly wasn't really aggressive in his defending there. Like, he wasn't really trying to keep Bean behind. They kind of gave Bean the option to go up the inside, but Bean up to P4, and he is making some work on the mediums. I'll quite gladly admit that I'm proven wrong. I thought it was going to be a bit harder to get through the traffic, but
I wonder if Craig can do a one-stop from here. That will kind of counteract the obvious two-stop from Bean, because Bean can just go on to, will probably go on, well, should go on to another set of mediums. I think he does take the fastest lap. 39.4. So we'll see. But they could, well, yeah, it's a long way to go.
Definitely, it really is just one of the ones we're really going to have to just keep ourselves informed and updated whenever which way we can. But Craig, Craig.
Someone's off.
Yellow flags.
Flying lemon. What's he done? He's crashed into the pit lane.
Oh, and that's Williams and Russell at turn 3. Yellow flags everywhere. So
my word! Sector 1, 2, and 3. I mean, he's only sector 1 and 2. 1 and 3, technically. But yeah, I get what you mean. So nothing for that.
And Dodgy right on the back of Crafty now. This is the closest battle we've got on track. Bean is just jumped into DRS range as well. Dodgy is going to be going running the outside of Crafty into the braking zone. We're not going to see it for here, but Dodgy running the outside. Crafty hods the inside line, other side to side. Dodgy makes it by. Clean move there for
it's been in the background.
Point.
Good move from Dodgy, yeah. I mean, can he try and set his sights on Craig, as Craig's tyres will probably start to struggle a little bit as Crafty goes a little bit deep into there.
And I think Bean knows that the tyres, the soft tyres, are kind of just hitting their peak now, and they're not really going to be in the best shape, and it's really doing some damage.
Everyone's just getting out of his way.
Into the pits. He's into the pits. Next.
I know.
He's away into the pit lane.
It seems like every time Bean goes up to someone, they're just out of his way in quick fashion. I mean, he didn't even have to sit behind Crafty for that long. He didn't sit behind Sprightly for that long. Didn't sit behind Charlie for terribly long. It just seems like everybody comes up to is just out of the way, whether they're coming into the pits or just helping him out. You know?
It really, that's the kind of thing. Like, I mean, I think maybe like the drivers are just kind of like, it's a championship fight. It's no really my place to interfere with that. They're not going to make it harder for MD. Like, I think it might just be
Steve-o.
It might just be a
Dolphins
sense
round.
it might just be a sense of neutrality.
2.
Oh, and he's going to have to watch. There's Scott. Oh, and he's just slammed his wing off the wall there. Good. When it rains, it pours. I think that's the third time we've seen him spinning in 9 laps. The 9 laps that we've had so far.
Watch out for these alphas. Oof, my word, that was a bit closer than I liked. Yeah. So yeah, Dolphins not really had a great day, unfortunately.
It really is just been one of the days for Dolphin to write off, and it's definitely not something that's worth sticking on the fridge, if you ask me. It's just been one of the races, as we see the 2 Alfa Romeos drafting down into the hard braking zone here. Maxwell's going to go round outside his teammate as they both race for position here. And Lofty does get a wee tap for his teammate there. The Cardinal Sun was committed there by the 2 Alfa Romeos.
Yeah, they're in a different race completely. One's on the hards, one's on the mediums, and they're... Oh, Maxwell kind of turned across them a little bit as Colden's catching up to Charlie, Bean's catching up to Dodgy.
I'm on board with Bean. As he comes down to the chicane, you can see Craig there just getting into the hairpin, so he kens his rivals just down the road. You can see him wherever you're on the track, like you can see him just like going through some of the turns up ahead. You can see him up there. Dodgy P2, just running his own race really. Sprightly up to P4 though, so give him fair play credit where it's due. He's just had a wee quiet race at P4. But I think, if we're going back to the championship, we're really kind of talking about, I think everybody just as they want to really be that driver that loses a driver of the championship or wins the driver of the championship. They just kind of want them to deal with themselves.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Dodgy
has
I think 6/10 in the middle sector alone. And Craig, but has got, well, I'd have lost a bit of that going through that chicane, but yeah, Craig's tyres are starting to just give a little. So I mean, Dodgy has got some decent pace at the moment, and yeah, he'll be going deep into this Grand Prix as Crafty gets past Cowan, but does pick up a 3 second time penalty for his troubles by getting past, as Colden is still behind Charlie in the final sector as well.
And I say that. Colden's going to go for the move. Yep, up the inside of turn 20. Charlie kind of leaves the door open on the inside. And Charlie dives into the pit side as well, just for good measure. Comes in, we'll jump on board with Bean because he's just behind Dodgy as well. If he gets a good run through this chicane and a good exit after the hairpin, we could definitely see a move into the chicane that splits the 2 straights.
Soft tyres for Charlie.
But soft tyres for Charlie, so he'll be gone to the 2 stop there because I think he was on the mediums before. So what's interesting, Max, the question has to be asked. Craig's still out on the track. Is it going to be a soft medium 1-stop stretch the mediums?
I think it's going to have to be, because Bean will go on the mediums again at some point unless he chucks on the softs for a late dart. which is also possible as well. I wouldn't put it against him for doing that. As is he going to go for the move? He thinks better of it.
He did think about it there. He was on the inside. He was a bit behind.
He had a look. He thought about it, but Dodgy is catching Craig as well at the same time, and they're getting closer and closer. Dodgy's struggling in the final sector, but in the first 2 sectors, Dodgy is clearly quicker than Craig.
Definitely. I think it's like you were saying, the soft tyres are kind of just hitting their peak as we're on lap 11 at 28, and it's going to be Craig. Is he going to come out of the pits? Are we going to see him come in? He's in. Craig's in at the pits. Alpha Tauri boys will be getting pit to work there as Bean and Dodgy go round for another lap, and Dodgy will take the race lead for the first time.
He was a bit slow into the pit lane there. Let's have a look what tyres he puts on. Yeah, it is going to be the medium, so we'll see how far he can take these into the Grand Prix. It's going to be a stretch. He's a slow going out. Why is he so slow? Oh no, it's a glitch. There you go. Drama averted.
No, it's fine. It really is just going to be a matter of Crafty taking the fastest lap there, but it really is just going to come down to.
Oh, look!
I think it might just come down to Bean getting by Dodgy and then building a gap.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't got really that much ERS, but nor is Dodgy, so they're kind of just burning each other as he does go for the move down the inside. And well, Dodgy will have a go back at him down this next straight as a DRS detection point now, and Dodgy is right on the back of Bean, but the ERS is for both of them. It's not really that great, but he have the overspeed with the DRS. He's going to inside or out. Bean defends the inside. My word! And he just gets caught out by the curve in the straight, and Bean, well, survives just about.
Survives another day, but I think if there's one piece of information he'll know when he hears his Red Bull teammates who are probably coaching him through the race as it unfolds, is that Craig is in some clear air. 3.4 second gap to Gareth in front in P5.
The car ahead of him is a Red Bull, so we will see. It depends if Gareth has to pit before he turns up to him, but he is on 9-lap fresh tyres, so you do expect Craig to motor on up to him. With the pace he's shown so far today.
I think Craig really is looking forward to catching Gareth, and he is like slashing the gap. It is now 2.5 since we last mentioned it just a few seconds ago. Gareth picks up a penalty. No, he goes for 10 lap. Bean's crashed! Bean's crashed! He's crashed at turn 3. I was on the broadcast camera and he's just lost it at turn 3 and he's picked up damage.
Well, that has just turned the race on its head completely. I'm speechless. I was not expecting you to say that.
Nearly that. I saw it so late. I was on the broadcast camera just watching them going round turns 1 and 2. It was absolutely fine. Nothing doing. Wow. Turn 3. And then it just stopped.
Yeah, I was just sitting on board with Craig and then yeah. Well, like you said in quali, turn 3 is the corner to look out for. SVH has already had Maxwell, and SVH have already had trouble down there. Dolphin as well, I think, has had trouble down there. Now Bean, the championship leader, has crashed at turn 3. And wow, it's just taken another massive swing. And this time in Craig's favour.
Definitely, it's really looking like it's lightening up for the Alpha Tauri at this stage in the race. We are just about to hit half distance, so anything can still happen. But I think I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what I would do if I was him. Would you go in the hards? Do you really need to just like try and stretch to the end now and damage limitation?
Yeah, we'll see what he'll pit, but I don't know what tyres he can put on. Sprightly's up to P2, and Gareth is going to have to be, wow, the biggest block ever. He's already going defensive into turn 1, so there you go. We know what.
Oh wow!
Look at him go.
It's really going to be heating.
Oh my word!
And he's going to go to the outside, side by side between the pair of them. Gareth's hunting on the outside, he'll inside for the hairpin. Craig's going to have to go the long way round. Gareth late on the brakes. Is he going to push him out? Oh, he is. He's going to run him off the road. He's going to run him off the road. The elbows are out, the gloves are off, and Gareth is doing his teammate, the biggest solid, and Gareth doesn't really defend the inside, but Craig is going to take P4. Gareth's going to try and go late on the brakes, try and get the switch back on Craig, and he's going to re-slide, and Craig's exit was just that bit better, but Gareth's just going to bomb everything down here. Craig is going to have to go defensive here. Is Gareth going to late on the brakes?
No.
Is they really gonna... oh, Max!
Oh, he tried his best.
Really...
He tried his best. But yeah, it is advantage Craig at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how far can Bean get on it. How far up can Bean get on his hards? Because, well, I mean, he's got no danger from behind at the moment. It's just a question of when other people pit again, because he's not going to pit again. He is already hoping for a safety car at this point. And yeah, I mean, Craig has got Colden to get past, but Colden's in the DRS. Sprightly's going to let him go. But yeah, we'll see. Bit of a tense moment coming up for. Oh, Sprightly's off. Sprightly's off at turn 3.
Oh!
And Colden's had to avoid him, and now Colden has let Craig pass, and Craig's got an illegal overtake by the looks of it. And yeah, he's lost a lot of time from that. And well, no safety car VSC, but yeah, Sprightly off at turn 3.
And Gareth is right on the tail of Craig as well. Craig's right on the tail of Colden. And
Crafty
is joining in. And Crafty is joining in on this. It really is just going to be a matter of... oh, I don't really know what's going to happen. Like, I'm struggling to comprehend some words. But Craig's going to go down the outside of Colden down this straight before even hitting half white. Craig makes light work of Colden. I think the hash just got out of shape. Williams off at turn 3. It looks to be Russell, because Crafty's just there in the background, you can see. So Russell again losing it at turn 3. He lost it earlier on in the race.
So
and he is back on track.
Right wing damage. He has managed to reverse his way back onto the track. Galifying sector 1, a flying lemon.
Oh, it's a VSC. It's only the VSC, and that's for a flying lemon at turn 1. The race is being camped down a wee bit. Lets us catch our breaths a wee bit there.
Wow, he's completely across the track.
I'm going to jump on board with somebody to see it.
Dodgy is coming up to him now.
Oh, he's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Not quite your racing line, but he's there. He kind of makes...
oh, Dodgy's got
Dodgy! Oh, Dodgy's just been speeding under the pit lane. Under the safety car. Under the pit lane.
Oh, my word. I don't know what is going on at the moment. I mean, we have had really more subdued races in Div 3, but I don't know, it's kind of, everyone's just forgotten how to drive. And yeah, Sprightly's now into the pits after his spin. He will go on to the soft compound tyres, and he will probably try to take them to the end of the Grand Prix. But yeah, Crafty at the back. Gareth, yellow flag in sector 3. That is Scott. And he's crashed into the pit lane entry. What is going on in this race?
Mercs, I am not want to be that guy, but there's going to have to be a safety car if it's just going to keep going in this trend. Like, there can't... yellow flags,
Russell's
Russell!
out.
Yellows!
Oh, my word.
Yellows! Get somebody on board, get Dolphin, where is it? 'Cause he's just coming up to it.
Safety car!
It's a full safety car!
Oh my word.
Bean!
Craig was loving it. Oh my god, Craig's heart must have sunk seeing that off on his screen.
Oh, we couldn't even see the incident
Bean
either.
just getting in the pits, Bean. I think he's past the pit lane actually, but... oh no, yeah, he's down sector 3. Sprightly's got a drive through as well. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, troops. What's happening?
I don't know what happened with Dodgy here, because he's got a drive through to serve, but he needs to make a pit stop at the same time. So is Dodgy going to get disqualified?
No, he can't serve under the safety car though, can you?
No, but he needs to make a pit stop at the same time. So he's going to make a pit stop.
The pit lane can we see? His crew's coming out, so he's getting a pit stop.
He should be able to go in the pits to put on soft tyres, but then he's going to have to serve his drive through after the safety car comes out, which kind of puts himself out of this race, really. Unfortunately for him.
Craig stays out. Craig's staying out.
He's going to the end. 100% he's going to the end. Bean's surely got to come in. Get in the pits, Bean. You need to come in. Yeah.
He's so conflicted. We're just watching him. He just can't today.
I mean, he's going to held up.
He's in anyway.
He's going to get held up a bit, but I think Maxwell should be in as well because on the soft compound tyres.
What's he going on to?
What's going on to the soft compound tyres? Wow, this is no idea what's going on. Wow. Yeah.
Does Bean have a penalty?
Bean does not have a penalty.
Everybody in front of him's got penalties. If he can get in for a Sprightly, that'll be huge.
Dolphin's been disqualified.
Sprightly's just coming.
For passing the safety car by the looks of it. It says ignoring yellow flag, but he has just passed the safety car. The Dolphin is disqualified, and we have 13 drivers left. Last season, 10 drivers finished the race, and there was 4 safety cars. We've had 2 safety cars and 2 VSCs, I think, or something like stupid like that. I don't want to say it again, but we could have 10 drivers finish the race again. But yeah, also, I mean, I don't like the title being decided in the stewards' room with being slowed down in the formation lap as well. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just wait until the end of the race and see what happens. But yeah, P8 for Bean. He has to get up to P2. Let's have a look at fastest lap. Fastest lap at the moment goes to Crafty, but that will all change. Lofty ahead of him has on the hard tyres. I don't know why he hasn't pitted. That is a bit odd. But yeah, I'm sure the fastest lap will change in due course. Well, I've no idea. To be honest, yeah, I mean there has been curveball after curveball in this Grand Prix. Bean has received a reprieve. Lofty does eventually come into the pits. I don't know what Lofty's strategy has been just all over the shop this race. I mean, he must have hired the Ferrari strategy crew to oversee his pit strategy because he's pit under the safety car twice at the wrong time.
But like, see the thing really is as well is that it really was coming, wasn't it? Like with the way everything was just unfolding, yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. We couldn't even get a sentence out without a yellow flag showing up somewhere on the minimap on the right hand side of your screens. We couldn't see. We couldn't get a word out without a yellow flag happening. So I felt like it was almost an inevitability that we were going to be put under these conditions once again.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of feeling for Craig here because everybody behind him except for Charlie is on fresh tyres.
Charlie will. Well, I mean, Charlie's going to struggle. He probably should have pitted as well. But we'll give him the rest because it is his first race. So, and it's also Cowan's debut as well. He's doing alright so far. Still in the race, so we'll see. We're just waiting on Steve-O to catch back up to the safety car, or not.
Or maybe not.
I guess not. I guess the Burn doesn't like Steve-O clearly. But yeah. I mean, Colden is, you would say, in a net P3 at the moment, but will be under severe pressure from Crafty, Bean, Gareth and co. I assume once they cross the line at some point, Gareth will just pull over and let him go and play the team game. But yeah, safety car is in this lap and Steve-O has made his way up to the back of the pack.
Steve-O does just make it onto the end of the snake, and it is going to be Craig leading us away once again under the second safety car. He's going to let Bernd Mailander just drive back into the pits in the Mercedes, and Craig just trying to get the tyres back up to temperature. He is on a slight disadvantage with a wee bit of tyre wear and the mediums. Dodgy does peel off into the pits.
In the net P2.
So he's going to do his drive through, but it's going to be Craig left unchallenged on the restart after Dodgy's call into the pits to sieve his drive through. Charlie takes P2, Colin P3, Crafty's up into P4. Bean already let through by his teammate Gareth there, so Bean has been left to his own devices there to charge forward and go for P2. It's Crafty, it's Colin, it's Charlie That's all he needs to do.
Oh,
and that
Lofty
sounds
made a
very
big
easy.
dive.
And it's very easy to
Oh,
just
Lofty
say,
down the
get
inside
by
of the
him.
hairpin.
Oh, Lofty up there instead of Sprightly. Sprightly gets its own traction as they go neck and neck. It'll be a dead heat. Gareth will gee Sprightly the slipstream on the main
Holding,
racing
by the
line
way,
there. So
back of,
Lofty.
Charlie as well.
Oh, we'll get Colden as he slows down. Oh, and he's nearly hit the back of Charlie there. Charlie on some really old soft tyres there, and Craig just galloping down the road. As it's free wide. Crafty's up the inside. Free wide. Sorry, Max. Free wide. Free wide. And it's going to be Bean just watching this from behind as they go fighting over the same piece of tarmac there as Colden. Bean's going to try and hover on the outside. Don't go losing your wing in somewhere you don't want to really pick up damage at this point, because I feel like your laps are numbered now at this stage. Bean just being very cautious. I would be too, don't you worry, but it's all he needs to do as it stands. He needs to get by these three and hope that Craig doesn't take the fastest lap.
Well, it's oh my god, it's so close. And Charlie's let go. Craig does set the fastest lap at the moment.
It does.
Oh, it's all coming up Craig at the moment. Gareth has passed Charlie as well. Charlie's struggling at the moment. Dodgy is oh no, Sprightly's in the pit, sorry. He's obviously got some sort of damage, I guess, as Lofty's all over the back of Charlie. Charlie's all over turn 3. Is Lofty going to go down the inside and make another move?
Bean meant for a late move up in the side of the chicane at turn 4 and 5, up to P3, and he's only got Crafty in front, and Craig, Bean, if he gets by Crafty, then we could definitely see him chase Craig down. He's not letting him go. He's not letting him run with it. He really isn't. Like, if Bean can get by, at least by the end of this lap, soft tyres will be in a much better state.
On this lap, surely. Perfect opportunity.
He's gonna have to, or he's gonna have to make Gareth a sacrificial goat. We'll sit on board with him as he's got Crafty there just in front. It really is kicking off in the chat as well, because I've got it next to me on my phone, but I don't want to keep looking at it because my eyes are well and truly focused on these final 8 laps.
Like, 8-9 is fastest lap at the moment, and Bean's on course to set that, but he's going to get a large amount of dirty air from Crafty, so you want to get fastest lap after all. We wait and see. There's it's probably a decision, unfortunately, so I'll get him back in. We'll just see if he gets fastest lap. He does.
Oh, there is!
A long way.
Oh. And what is that? What is it? He still needs to get by Crafty though, but if he gets by Crafty, he is in that championship winning position. He needs to get by Crafty and hope that Craig doesn't go for it again, but and it really is kind of shifting, it's chopping and changing, it's this and that. It's so unpredictable. It really is. Like, I can't keep up with it. Like, Bean is going to have to slipstream with Crafty down here, down this straight. Crafty's going to be left with pretty much nothing to defend with. He's just kind of keeping the car straight. Bean's up the inside into championship winning position. And Gareth
to P4,
making his way by Colden. And how the tide shifts once again is it's back.
It isn't over yet though, Riggs. We've got 1/4 of the race to go. I don't even know, someone could still spin and cause another safety car or something. I have no idea what is going to happen. Yeah, I mean, it isn't over until the fat lady has sung.
Like, that's kind of it really, innit? Like, what else do you do? Like, if you're Craig, do you actually adopt the Hamilton tactic and just let yourself, like, butt yourself into this train and hope Crafty gets them, or hope Colden gets them, or because I honestly cannot see Craig setting the fastest lap.
Bean just smashes his previous fastest lap. So yeah, Bean is on the charge at the moment. I guess the only person who could really stop Bean from getting fastest lap is probably Dodgy or Sprightly back there on new soft compound tyres. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if they've got the pace or not. as the intervals have decided to disappear.
Like that's the thing too. Like we don't, like as you said, like we can't
So
really.
Dodgy has just set 37.8, and the fastest lap is a 37% from Bean.
But I mean, still,
Half
like,
a tenth off the fastest lap is Dodgy. That could be
like,
the difference between championship. Half a tenth.
Like definitely, like, and that's the thing too. Like Martin was a win, so I can't really see who's where. But like that's the thing as
off
well.
the
like,
Golden.
Oh, I've just jumped off them. Yeah, because of course I did. But like that's like even if Dodgy was to take the fastest lap and Bean finished second to Craig, that's all Bean needs because he wins it on countback.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't even need fastest lap. As long as Craig doesn't have fastest lap, he's fine.
You don't want to rely on this whole.
I hate to throw the race on its head once again, but Dodgy is only 5 tenths up on his lap.
He's 5 tenths up on his lap.
Yeah. Apparently.
Jesus, that guy's gone for that record.
But he does have a Mercedes right ahead of him, so it's the same thing as what happened with Crafty. So we'll see if he can.
Oh, and Bean's got a penalty!
Oh!
Bean's got a penalty! Oh, the race has shifted. Oh, and Crafty's gone for it! Crafty's racing him!
Oh my word.
Oh, he's gone for it!
Dodgy is about to cross the line. I don't know if he got fastest lap or not. Hang on.
Crafty's
Dodgy's got fastest
gone
lap. Dodgy's got fastest lap. Oh my word. Go on, Crafty. What is going on?
It's still been on count back. It's 5 laps left. Crafty's gone for it. The mediums are going to be much better than the softs. He's got a run. He's got the slipstream. He's got the DRS. He's going to have to go run the outside. Bean's making it hard for him. Crafty gets kind of pushed out there, left out to dry. Bean very firm in his defence. And the only bad thing about Crafty though is he is in a Red Bull sandwich. So Gareth might have to try and
Scott going at it. Scott has come off worse, and now he's battling with Steve-O. Steve-O's going to try and go around the outside to the switchback. Scott has got damage. Is Steve-O going to get the move? They're going to go side by side through the double right-hander. But Steve-O does back out eventually. As Dodgy does get past Charlie. So yeah, Dodgy he's only just got fastest lap, but does have the crucial fastest lap. And well, soon Bean has got a penalty. Can Colden catch up?
And the question is, Tate, I've just seen it in the chat as well. The soft tyres might just drop off right at the end, Max. Colden is yet to receive a penalty, so Colden could really be the spanner in this particular situation. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. We are well and truly gripped on our seats. I'm absolutely sweating in this room, but
Crafty's out of DRS, and Gareth's got the crucial DRS. Can Gareth be the rear gunner to help Bean take the championship? Oh, you had the go, but Crafty's gone
Crafty's
deep.
went deep. And Gareth's hung up the back. A wee tap up the back, and Colden is not quite closing in just yet, but he is there. He is in that range.
7 seconds is the gap. 0.6 seconds is the gap at the moment.
Bean really just has to hope that.
Well, he needs his tyres.
Penalty.
He needs his tyres to stay in. But Colden has enough tyres. Well, better. It's the same amount of laps. Should have better wear. And obviously, we've already seen Bean have a moment down at the exit of turn 3. This is.
I think, looking at this mix, it's either Crafty's had a really scruffy lap, or Bean's kind of like putting the foot down again to try and get it back.
I think Crafty's obviously fighting with. I think Gareth has done his job really as a teammate and actually put Crafty's attention on Gareth, and Gareth's obviously made that mistake down at the chicane, which has really put him on the back. But yeah, the gap between Bean and Colden is 4.6 4.7 seconds, 4.6 seconds. Yeah, about 4.7, 4.6 seconds. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it really is. It really is going to be the final laps, really, isn't it? Before we're going to find out any real concrete conclusion to this season. It's been very much back and forward all season long, and it's going to come down to the final couple of laps, the final few miles of what has been a long, daunting season for the drivers. It really has been thoroughly entertaining to commentate on it alongside you as always, but we'll leave the sappy stories to the end when we actually have our champion. But it has been thoroughly entertaining. It has been no words. Just I'm actually hyped. I'm actually stumped for how it's going to go, because I feel like the soft tyres could just give way. Like, that's how scary it can be for the soft runners near the end here.
Well, it seems like Ian has picked up his pace, and Colden's struggling at the moment as it's dropping further and further back, and even into the clutches of Lofty at the moment. So at the moment, Bean is fine is safe to Colden. Whether Colden can just turn it on is a different question, or will Bean's tyres stay on? I mean, this is coming down to the closing stages at the moment. Will Bean have the tyres to last and keep himself going in a straight line? We will wait and see. But can Colden come back at this trio up front? And but can Crafty come back at Bean as well? I mean, Crafty should have decent tyres. It's just whether he can survive the onslaught from Gareth at the moment.
Definitely. Gareth is crucially, as you were saying, has got that DRS, so he is able to keep himself in range so long as he can keep the car within the second. So Gareth really will just be making Crafty focus on his wing mirrors rather than the car in front. So it really is. I don't think Gareth is really planning a move. It really is just to keep Crafty's focus behind rather than going forward, because Bean was under slight intense pressure just a few laps ago. So it really is just back and forward, as we keep saying. It's like, and pretty much like, it's the fact penalties still really very much come into play, because it so easily could just pick up another one. Or Craig just out of nowhere can't put the first lap in, because there probably is a wee bit in my mind saying that he will try and save some ERS to go for it at the end, but they
hasn't really got
tyres.
He hasn't really got ERS. He went 1.2 seconds slower on that particular lap. Colden doesn't really have the pace at the moment. Bean is just getting round turn 3 at the moment. We've got under 2 laps to go. You can see his championship rival just ahead of him. At the moment, he's doing enough. Just about as Dodgy goes past him, he's back into the points. Steve-O pits. Well, I mean, we'll see what Bean's tyres are saying on this last lap, but I'm sure he is nervous.
Oh! Sorry, Gareth just gone up the inside and then lead it. And Crafty's really slow off the exit.
He's just a big block again.
Crafty just doesn't look too confident on the medium tyres, which is quite surprising, because you would have thought it would be another way about with Gareth, because they tyres would have seen better days now. But it looks to be, as we say it right now. No, I'm not going to say it right now. We're going to wait. We're going to see this one out, because I don't want to be that guy. But it is going to be Craig leading us on to our final lap. Season 5 in Division 3. Is he really going to go for the fastest lap next? Does he have enough ERS to go for it?
No,
is he going to try
it? Doesn't. Bean just needs to keep this going in a straight line, and he will have it. 2.6 seconds slower on that lap. Gap is down to 5 seconds between him and Colden. He's coming back at him at the moment, but Colden's not going. It needs to be like 2 seconds faster on this particular lap. We'll see what will how safe or Bean play it. Or will he play it too safe? I'm not quite sure, but it looks like Gareth is going to try and have a go back at Crafty. And yeah, don't really have enough ERS.
And Crafty did get a decent exit off there, but it really is a bit late in the day to be saying any real threat to Bean's position unless penalties kind of come into the mass. But Bean, Crafty and Gareth are all going to be adding 3 seconds onto their time at the very least, because that's what the black and white symbol means at the next to their names. But we will jump on board Craig, because we haven't actually really seen much of him other than the safety car restarts, because he has pretty much drove his own race, done everything that he needed to up front as he does come through the final sector for the final time. And it really has been it's been a very valiant effort for Craig as we see him drive by turn 19, turn 20, and he's only going to have 1 mile left. He has done everything he needed to, but we will wait until Bean crosses the line to see where it all fails to be. But it is Craig that wins in Abu Dhabi. Penalty-free race sees him take the checkered flag.
Could get the podium
keeps P2.
here.
He keeps P2.
And he does. Golden's on the podium.
Close.
Golden is on the podium for the first time. And that is one way to finish off the season.
In SLR Bean, to my calculations, to our
they are
calculations,
tied on points.
Wins on countback. Countback.
Oh my word.
Countback.
I mean, you cannot separate these two at all. They have been 1 and 2 for so many races. I've been next to each other for so many races. And, well, I mean, yeah, to be tied on points at the end of the championship is just unreal.
And we see them taking the podium. Craig does celebrate another victory this season, but
look, we have 63 viewers, for Christ's sake.
It's so cruel, Mercs, to see it on countback at all things. Are we going to get that right? Is it countback?
Yeah. 7 points between first and second. Wow.
Anyway, it is. Wait. Oh, because Bean's got more seconds.
Yeah, Bean's got more second places.
Because they've got the same amount of wins too.
Yeah, 6 wins apiece for the top 2. And I will, yeah, I think Colden's getting driver of the day from everyone in there. And, well deserved. I mean, Gareth has done a pretty great race from the back of the grid, but yeah, I mean, first podium for Colden. And, yeah, he's done a great race.
And we will run you down the race results for the final time as Craig, who does take the checkered flag here, but it was painfully no enough as he narrowly misses out on the championship, but the finished margins losing it on countback. All things being done, everything he needed to. A few scares along the way, but P2 was exactly what he needed. Colden rounds out a solid performance with P3 and the driver of the day vote. Crafty, Gareth, Maxwell, Lofty, Dodgy, Scott and Cowan round out your top 10. I was only speeding up there because I had very little time left to run through the final results. But we're at like 60 viewers. Like, ridiculous. Like, just everybody tuning in for arguably what has been.
I mean,
and I will say it has been one of the championships that I don't think I'll forget, because it was so topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
Everything happened. It swung so many times. No words for me, Steve.
I'd actually,
it was just.
I'd stake a claim for that race to be race of the season, to be honest. I did 3 race of the season, hands down, because that had it all. It was just up and down. It was swung one way, on Craig's way, and it swings Bean's way, and then it goes back to Craig, then back to Bean, and then eventually Colden doesn't have enough pace at the end to usurp Bean and take that crucial championship position. Dodgy did take the fastest lap by about half a tenth in the end. But yeah, I mean, I guess we all doing donuts still at the end of this race. I'm not really quite sure.
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah.
We'll be here for them.
I think, looks like Gareth is now changing the settings, or whoever it is. Yeah. But yeah, we'll start off with our third place man. SLR Colden, if you could all tick your box in the party chat. I mean, first time on the podium, I do believe, if my memory is correct. And I mean, yeah, obviously benefit from the battle between Gareth and Crafty. And yeah, you kept the pace, had strong pace at the end to close up that gap. And yeah, you find yourself in P3. I'm delighted to say you are a podium sitter. How do you feel about that one?
I think I'm still in a little bit of shock, to be fair. I've been putting a lot of hours in. First of all, I'm assuming Craig won the championship.
Bean won it on countback.
Well, congratulations to everyone.
How close it.
Sorry.
That is how close it got.
But congratulations to everyone racing. I never thought this would happen after the start of the season. I've learnt so much. But big thanks to my Haas team, Freeman, Zardrad, Sem, Cal, the lot of them. And but the biggest thanks got to go out to Connor, who's been giving me lessons. And you just sort of do everything he doesn't do.
Oh, yes. Kind of prime.
Yeah,
sorry, Connor.
Yeah, sorry, bud. But yeah, that race, it just didn't seem to want to end for me. It was like, just keep it on the track. Don't DNF, don't DNF, don't spin. But yeah, I'm sort of lost for words, really.
See, like, you're saying it felt like it was never going to end. We were in the booth wanting it to keep going because it honestly kept us on our seats. And you were in the top 5, other than Craig, to no pick up a penalty. So massive congratulations for keeping it clean and get yourself up to the podium. But so close as well to taking it off Bean as well. So nearly another scare rate at the end.
To be fair, finishing 5th was like, it was like finishing 5th, then jumping to 3rd. I won't say, but I did jump up my seat and celebrated like I won the World Cup.
Right.
So you should.
But yeah, like, it's been an absolute pleasure to be in this league, and what a journey. And hopefully I can keep building from this. Like
near the end of the race, like, sorry. Like near the end of the race, like, as you were saying, like, it felt like it was never really going to end. Like, we would have thought that near the end, like, everybody was in the chat getting behind you because, like, I mean, I don't want to really bog down too much on the championship until we kind of hear from them both once they've cooled down and got their selves ready for their questions. But, like, everybody was kind of like, oh, Colden's got no penalties, he's picked up the pace, the mediums are coming into play, and everybody was just kind of like, are you going to, like, change the championship for, like, the 50th time this race? Because it was so topsy-turvy. But as you were saying, it was never really going to end. Like, what was the medium tyres really kind of feeling like? Because we've seen it with Crafty as well. Like, they kind of didn't really have that kind of pace that we would have thought they would have had. Like, were they actually, like, really bad near the end, or were they just really no feeling?
To be fair, I don't know whether they were bad or whether I was just trying to be so cautious not to just crash out. I just wanted to bring that car home, so I was trying to do everything. But the tyres felt good all race, the softs, the mediums. But yeah, all I really wanted to do, as you can tell I'm speechless still, all I wanted to do was just bring that car home and round it off for the Haas team as well, so for the title.
And SLR Connell's actually messaged in the chat saying, yes, love it. I feel like my child's just graduated. So he's definitely got your full support there for this race and over the course of the season as well.
Yeah, and I know thanks to everyone for welcoming me into the SLR League. And you always come online and someone's always there going, do you want to come on and practice or anything like that? So if there's anyone out there that's thinking of doing it, trust me, just do it. Just speak to the right people and yeah, it's just brilliant. I've never been speechless.
It really is one of the very unique experiences, so I can completely understand where you're coming from with that. Like, it is just one of the ones that's like, did that really happen? And it did. Strong drive, kept it clean, pretty faultless in the end as well, so it's definitely a race result you can be one to hold your head up highway, and we're very much looking forward to seeing how you deal with it next season in season 6 after the Christmas break.
Yeah, thank you.
Just a massive congrats on your P3 and your first podium, as Max was saying.
Thank you very much, guys, and thanks to you two for being great commentators all year.
Thank you.
We greatly appreciate that. Didn't expect that one, to be fair. But,
and I know my mum's tuning in, so all right, mum, she watches every week and she loves you too, and she thinks it's better than the real F1 on Sky. So keep going, boys.
Every race was like
Thanks,
every race was like Abu Dhabi. I'd be the exact same.
Mate.
Like,
I don't know what it is about Abu Dhabi and Division 3, but the last 2 seasons have been incredible. I know we didn't have a championship finale last season in Abu Dhabi, but that race was hectic to say the least. But yeah, I think this with the championship battle added, it really spiced things up. And Coldrop, driver of the day as well.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, you were clear favourite for driver of the day.
Well, enough of go and talk to the 2 boys who've been fighting the title out all season. And thank you very much, everyone.
Right, well done today.
no worries. Will we hear for Craig first? Just
yeah,
go that way, or
we'll go to Craig first. Commiserations. I don't really know what to say because you've drove your heart out the whole race. You've done the one stop and it's worked. It was in your favour. Then the safety car comes out and B can go back onto the soft compound tyres and get fastest lap. Well, you missed out fast lap, but get past everyone else. Yeah, I mean, you've level on points. I mean, you are a champion in my eyes, as well as Dean obviously is a champion, but you're both champions. I wish I could give it to you both, but I just can't.
Cheers, mate.
Through that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously gutted about the championship, but I'm still taking the positives out of it. I mean, I've become a lot better driver due to being in the top guys and people like that. So obviously, I just want to start by just congratulating Bean. You know, he has been so fast all season. He put himself in obviously prime position before the race today. So you know, really well done to him. But like I say, overall, I am happy with my performance all season. Like I said, the top guys have really brought me on. My race, yeah, but the strategy worked. I felt comfortable all race really. I think the safety car the second safety car, I think it was, seemed to end it for me. So that's about it really. I mean, I'll miss the lads in Division 3. They are a really good set of lads. I mean, I've already received tons of messages. So that's massively appreciated. Thanks to Ryan and obviously Ben's again, because they've been awesome all season with strats and the help that they've given me. And thanks to you guys as well. You know, you always do a really good job every single week.
Thank you.
Talking about the strategy, Craig.
Yeah.
Like, we saw everybody. We saw a few folk pitting under the lap 1 safety car because one came out early on. We missed a massive collision with Hypers, Cal, and Grumpy Orange,
right.
and that's what brought the safety car out originally.
Right, okay.
And we saw some people coming in, but we saw like yourself and Dodgy and Stein out. Was the soft to mediums always the plan, even though like a 2-stop can really threaten like the 1-stop runners, like because you would have your mediums running off the cliff near the end?
The way them mediums were for me, I had no problems till the end with them mediums, like none whatsoever.
so they were absolutely fine in terms of tyre wear and such near the end.
Yeah.
But we've also got like some messages in the chat for Cowan saying masterclass for Craig again. You couldn't do anything there. And, Ned Claw was saying good win and a fantastic drive. And honestly, like it is, I honestly can't imagine. I mean, obviously, like you've put on such a stellar show for everybody in Division 3. You've put a fantastic performance in, week week out. You had the pace off through quali, absolutely like swept it. You swept it in Q3, Q1, 2 and 3, fastest every session. The race, nearly the Grand Slam, missing the fastest lap in maybe a leading lap by like 2, but you were always at the front, complete control, and it was just, I can't imagine how how it feels really. Like, is there anything you can really like sum it up with? Like, what is it that's going through your head? Because it was honestly chopping and changing all the time.
I've got one word: Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japan. Yeah. About it, really.
I did mention it
Japan,
earlier, right at the top of the stream. It was that and China.
Disconnected in Silverstone as well.
It's just, yeah.
Oh, sorry, only going next.
I was saying it's just what could have been, isn't it? So, I mean,
but like, Craig. See how you were saying you were talking about Ryan and Benz and that helping you week in and week out. I'm assuming they were in the pity with you to kind of like coach you what was happening in the race, because you'll ken if that was the case. It was so many different times it was jumping back and forward. Like they're just doing the same as they do. Like, I mean, kind of like some drivers have like other drivers for other divisions and talking to them.
I don't talk back to them much, but I just listen to them.
I think you need to pick your car, Craig, so you can do some donuts.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, we will pass our commiserations, but we will honestly thank you a load for putting on such a challenge, and the fact that it came down to like the absolute final lap, final few mile. It's been a long season. It has been thoroughly entertaining performances seen for yourself, Craig, and we very much look forward to seeing you in Division 2 next season after the Christmas break.
Cheers, Rigby, thank you.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll let you get ready for the donuts, and we'll speak to Bean, who's been patiently waiting. If he's there, don't hear much for him.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tied on points in the end. I mean, it must have been a bit hairy at the end. Or through the whole. Actually, I say at the end, through the whole race, you must have been up and down. I mean, you probably were at a bit of a low moment when you crashed down at turn 3, but then you kind of quickly back up when you see a safety car come out, and you instantly back in. Yeah, I mean, you fought through. You had a bit tough, and then you obviously got that penalty, and Colden didn't have a penalty, so he could have caught you up and taken the championship away from you. It was tense, but I mean, you kept it pointing all in the same direction at the end, and just about on count back took the championship. So talk us through your emotions.
I don't know where to start. I think this season has been unbelievable. With even looking at people like Colden, coming up through the ranks now, finishing P3. Okay, yeah, he finished P5, but he kept it clean and deserves the podium spot. Battling with Craig all season. I've been having my chats with Craig in the downtime between races, and we've been having a bit of banter. And I'll echo what he said. He's made me be quicker, and obviously want to improve. And when I come down to Div 3, I had fallen out of love with it. I wasn't enjoying it, and and this I'm sure this is through all the leagues, but especially in Division 3, is the banter with the lads and how everybody gets on with each other. I'm not saying that doesn't happen in all the other divisions, but it just seems especially evident in Division 3, and I think that's the credit to them, and everybody does want to improve. And as you can see from people like Colden and people like SP, Dodgy now on the wheel, who's improving. I just think this is the 5th season, and it's taken 5. I'll get onto my racing in a minute. 5th season, and it's taken 5 seasons for an LO to win a championship, albeit by cap hand, and that's a shame, because I said to Craig before, you know, if he wins it, I'll be the first to congratulate him, because he deserves it. And it's just it's unfortunate it's come to this. In a sense where, you know, I did have the fastest lap up until, so I was doing everything I needed to do, but yeah, unfortunately for Craig, I did have a look. I think we were separated by about 1,000, some fastest lap or something like that.
Yeah, it's quite close.
Yeah. So when I look at all the divisions and all the people that are involved and the whole league, and you get comments like what Colden's done, Craig said, and echo what Sumner said last week. It was last week or the week before. Yeah, I mean, this is why we do it. You know, we get in here, we get a great bunch of lads, we get great lads on the comms, you know, you are fantastic, and the other comm lads are brilliant as well. And this is what makes the league what it is, and this is why people want to join, and hopefully more people want to join, and we can grow and grow and grow. But yeah, this is why we do it, and we love it, and long may it continue. Okay, so on to my race. Yeah, it wasn't the best, and I will be honest, I wasn't feeling the nerves towards the start of this. I haven't been nervous at all for the previous, I don't know, 8 races or something like that. Just turn up, try and do my thing, and try and win races, and battle with Craig and SP and Carl Smith, who's rapid as well, throughout all I can. And then today, yeah, after qualifying and seeing that stellar lap by Craig, I was nervous, and I'm thinking, I've got some work to do here. And I tried, you know, the lap 1 safety car coming and put the mediums on. I did have a bit of pace, and then I don't know what happened. I just took too much inside curb on T3 and lost it. And I thought, to be fair, that was my race over. I thought, this is it, I'm done. And then when I lost the wing, I thought, oh, I've got a chance. So then I come in, and my tyre strategy wasn't the best, because I only had hards available. So I had to go on the hards, and I thought, I'm not gonna do this. And then the second safety car, and I thought, oh, and this is where I've got to give thanks to the Red Bull team, the Red Bull party that we have, because all the way through it, you know, Owen wasn't there today, but you know, Ranga and the rest of the guys who were in that party, you know, calling the strats, telling us what to go on, you know, and giving us confidence to do what we do. You know, I couldn't have done it this season, I don't think, without them. And on that note as well, I've been blessed in this league with having some great teammates. Scott being one of them, the other, you know, STOH, and obviously Gareth. Gareth was immense today. He was absolutely brilliant today, doing his part for me in P3, sorry, in P4, trying to track Jester down. So yeah, I mean, you know, I'm bambling on, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered to me today if Craig had won it, because he would have deserved it. And you know, the safety cars have done him an injustice, because he would have won it if it weren't for them. And so yeah, you know, but racing, and I'll be joining him in Division 2 next season, I'm sure. Yeah, let's see how we go in there. I can't wait to battle him up there and the rest of the guys in Div 2. So, but I'll give and at the end of this and just say, look, thanks guys for the streams, thanks for the guys that I race with, and it's been brilliant and I've loved it. So there you go. Thanks.
Definitely, it's been a very topsy-turvy season. I've been saying that, flip-floppy, chopping and changing, this and that, in between. Any other word that kind of says it's going to just change all the time, that's just how it's been. We were just on board with you when the race was finally just starting to settle down for like the 5th time, because everything just kind of kept happening, and then you had the turn 3 incident, and like the Red Bull boys kind of keeping you on the straight and narrow and getting you back into the pits, and a safety car came out near the end as well. So I can imagine it is just this complete like irrational feeling of emotion. Like as soon as like one thing happens, like you don't really, like you're not really feeling it. You're saying like nerves when they really kicked in until Craig was really setting the pace in quali, and then you were kind of settled early in the race. You pitted early. Was that part of the strategy to pit for the mediums under the first safety car?
No, well, we weren't expecting the safety car. So, well, it was only because obviously what happened in the other divs. I was going soft, medium, soft. So I was always going to do a two-stop. But when the safety car come out, the Red Bull guys have said, get in, go medium, medium. And if anybody's going onto the hards, they're going to be dying at the end. And everybody tries a one-stop, they'll be dying at the end. So you're going to be quick. So it is listening to them. They've had their races already. The Div 1 and 2, so they know what they're talking about. So you listen to them, and it's like I said, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now without them guys, and such a great teammate as well. So.
But we've also got Crafty message in the chat as well. We've got he says, well done to Colden for a great finish. Good to see the sandbags are getting turfed out. A well-deserved podium. And he also passes his massive congrats to yourself, Bean and Craig, for what has been a very stellar season in a championship battle. Nothing separates you, and he is absolutely right in saying that, because it literally does come down to count back, which is very, very rare, if not the first I've heard they ever got into count back, and no for the fact for first places, but for seconds. I think you edge it with two being for what we've seen in the permutations with 2 second places. But it really is just what could have been. But I honestly don't really know what else to say. If you want to put yourselves through the joy and the heartache and the struggle and the euphoria, you can feel free to watch it back, because we didn't come what to react to in the booth. Everything was kicking off. 3 folk were already out the racing like lap 1. Everybody was dropping like threes through turn 3. The final sector was proven to be a hassle. The lead was changing, like the championship lead was changing all the time. Fastest laps coming out of nowhere, because that ended up being really important as well. So if you are very much looking forward to putting yourselves through the pain and joy once again, you can feel free to watch it back. And I'm not really one for flogging the streams to say like, oh, this is one you definitely need to watch. But honestly, I will say it. This is probably the best championship season I've watched. In games and in real life, because it really did have everything all the way through. But anyway, that counter tells me that I'm rambling on for too much, boys. Bean, you are the champion. Go and enjoy your donuts.
Thank you very much. Well done, guys.
Keep
well done,
biscuits.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. If we actually get these donuts on the way.
I do apologise for everybody. We've got a message in the chat for Andrew Crossland as well, saying, can I get a shout out from my wife who's watching, please? Yes, Andrew Crossland's wife. Warm regards and hello to yourself in the booth. Don't really know what to say. He didn't really leave me a message, so we'll just wish you the best Christmas and a good New Year. Don't really know what else to say unless you want to add a message to Max, but he's got his shout out there. I don't know if he's still watching though, because the viewer counts really kind of went down.
No idea, but yeah, we'll eventually get to some few donuts.
Yeah. I don't really know. What we'll watch the donuts. We'll chill and just kind of
a few minutes, and then a couple of minutes,
and then we'll round up. I was going to say if MD wanted to come in, as long as they were going to be decent about it, then we could hear from them. But I don't know how long they plan to do their donuts, because it is 23 minutes past 11 here in the UK.
Yeah, we'll watch a couple of. See a few.
I'm putting my phone in charge. I don't even know who's all still watching, so if MD is still watching, hello. We've got 19 viewers. But we've got a lot of viewers here in the chat, so it says...
I mean, old Baggy fan has joined in for some donuts out of nowhere.
Baggy? Just showing up, son? Oh! But aye, we can really use this time just to really reflect what went on. We didn't really want to keep everybody there for much longer than we really needed to, so we do apologise if we kind of felt like it was cut short near the end, but...
I mean, I want to just say, we started with a bang and we finished with a bang. Because, well, I mean, if you remember back to Australia, I mean, that is a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, that was a hectic race to say the least. And I mean, we just had a hectic race. I mean, we've just been bookended by craziness. And in the middle was just some brilliant racing. For me, Abu Dhabi was the race of the season. I mean, because that had it all, and the added championship, like, permutations as well. So yeah, looks like Bean is making his way up to the front, and we can See him do some donuts. But yeah, I think it has been one hell of a championship for sure.
Have we gone for a? I think we're going for a wee slow lap first, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to keep the troops.
Well, they're
waiting.
going in championship order.
They've
If you
got
think
this all
about it.
planned.
Because it's
got-
Bean, then Craig, and Dodgy is definitely third, and then I mean I've no idea who's after that, but could be Gareth, could be Crafty or Gareth, one of them, and then
Oh.
yeah, I mean Baggy
Oh.
is up there as well. Someone's off the road doing donuts already. Well, it looks like Maxwell's having a go already, but yeah, it looks like
And
certainly the top 6 at least I think are in order. As looks like Colden has decided, or someone has decided to run into the back of someone. But yeah, it looks like they're going for a slow drive round, which is nice to see. There's a lot of cars in one place.
Definitely, it has been for Craig, for Dodgy. That was your top 3, and it. I don't even know. Like, where is the words? How do you reflect on a season that has its championship win on countback for second places? And I'm going to keep saying it. I ken Bean and Craig are probably like absolutely sick to the back teeth of hearing the championship going on, but it really has just been phenomenal, to say the absolute least. I'm not really seeing too much in the chat because I think everybody has kind of just decided to call it a day, but we will just stay for the slow lap as we watch Bean lead them through, and like really, I mean, I probably would agree, like, because this race did have everything. Like, Abu Dhabi, for the first time that I can recall, actually delivered. Like, it actually brought substance to an event. It
I mean, we were
actually,
slagging it off, but I mean, I think the reverse commentator's curse kind of worked in that sense, because we kind of slagged it off so much that it was going to just be good anyway.
oh, we absolutely tore it a new hoop.
Yeah, we'll probably do the same next season, so.
But we'll always remember. Oh, Craig's still going to pick up the pace. What we're doing here? Are we going for a?
Come on,
going
do
for
some donuts, there we go.
Oh, Bean, there we go. Got the first set of donuts coming in.
He hasn't done well, have
Oh,
they? Oh dear, it's not gone well.
oh, boys. Oh, there we go. Oh,
It's an absolute
there we go.
cluster. Do
my
it
God,
the
I've never
freeway.
seen Never seen so many donuts in the one place.
Yeah, organised donuts. Good say. Oh my word. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could end it on this, I suppose. This absolute scene.
We'll get our top 3 in for some. I'll just get like a wee good camera shot of the top 3 for the championship, and then we'll probably round it off there. I don't really want to let this stream go on for too long because it's nearly 2.5 hours we've hit, and it's been a long shift to say the least, because we've been on since 9. But what has been a very, like, I can't even tell what's happening next. We're just gonna, it's just like a wee bit of demolition derby going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Like Steve-O's
Steve-O's
left
had
there as well.
enough, clearly.
Aye, he's had enough, and I think we're just going to watch them. I think they're starting to race again. I don't really know. I don't want to like have this one. I don't really want to have it like kind of like tearing the hoop out.
Looks like
I don't wanna-
Bean might be an AI. Oh no, maybe not. He's that's
just in donuts done yet. But that is pretty much it. Don't really know what else to add. Like, Bean has been absolutely phenomenal. Bean and Craig pushing each other to the absolute limit, and as what Craig was saying in the interview, and what Bean was saying too, actually, because they both kind of touched on it, they've pushed each other to be better drivers, and I think that's like the biggest sense of victory. And it's ain't right. Like, they've improved over the course of the season because they knew they had each other to compete against, and each other wanted the same goal. But it has Bean who snatches it after what has been absolutely stonking. Like, that is like, see all the Brazil championship finales? Nah, nothing on this. Nothing on this. Nothing. Maybe 2012. But nothing. Like, absolute phenomenal stuff. It has been a truly remarkable season. And I don't really know what else has happened. I don't know if he's finding another place that he donuts, but we'll see if he does donuts here. And if no, I'll do the final message, which he doesn't, so I'll see what Craig's doing. Oh, they're driving formation down the straight. I don't know if they're going to get a wee formation going here. Is Baggy Fan just... I think that's Baggy Fan just destroying... Oh, it's Crafty. I thought that was Baggy Fan just destroying all the brake markers down into the chicane. But I think if Bean's just going to like run his way around to the formation, we'll do that and then we'll go. But if anybody is actually still there and they've got some questions, just feel free. But we've got 20 views on my screen, so I don't know if...
there you go. Look at that picture of Bean and... actually, I don't know what that is, actually. Peggy facing each other like Bottas and Hamilton at the end. Yeah, I mean, just a great season from everyone involved in Division 3, and it's been a pleasure to commentate as always. And yeah, hopefully the same again next season. Yeah, I mean, that will be all from me this season. So yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, it has been... It's been quite the experience. Oh, they're all parking up on the grid, so we'll just do that. But if you've said your piece, if you've got nothing else to add, I'll round it off when we get them all on the pit straight. But aye, thoroughly enjoyable season. Absolute chaos scenes. Couldn't keep up with what was going on. We can see somebody doing donuts in the background. And the donuts honestly have been earned by everybody because it has been well and truly one of the best things I've watched, and I will definitely say every race I've commentated, this is probably at least the top one. Like, it really has just been something else, and I don't really know. Oh, they're all lining up in this very strange formation as they all get just slammed there by I don't know who it was, but
that Steve is disconnected AI.
Steve-O left the session, didn't he? So he's just parked up. Dodgy's retired.
Yeah, I think it's time to...
Right, we'll end it. We'll end it. Right, but
bye, everyone.
Just want to pass... Oh, bye, Max. But I was going to do the outro. So, Bean is your world champion after a long-fought season, 22 races, and it's only countback that separates himself and Craig for the championship glory. And it took to the final few laps for the championship to be decided, which we are very much happy for. It's been quite the experience. I've enjoyed it alongside Max. If you're not quite done with Abu Dhabi just yet, be sure to join in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock GMT, for the elite race, and that will round off SLR's Season 5 championships across the board. F2, Division 1, Division 2, Division 3 and the Elite will all be going into the Christmas break after Abu Dhabi tomorrow night. Be sure to tune in with your commentators there, and if you don't hear from us, have a Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the 8th of January for the start of a new season in Melbourne, Australia.